What's up, y'all? Today we're under the goat. Let's start on the little projects that I need done. And it's going to start with disc brakes and the torque converter. Everything underneath here, get all that done before we go work on the top end of the motor. Just got underneath this thing, and it is a little crustier than I thought it was going to be. It's not too bad. I mean, there's no holes in the floor. I've actually never been under this car, like on a lift before. It's got a lot of undercoating on it. That's what all this black junk is undercoating. As I thought, the exhaust was garbage, and it's got the biggest torque converter I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, got some work ahead of us. Bushings don't look too bad. Shocks are bad, but I got new ones. This is what worries me, is this guy. So we'll see. Let's get started. So the brakes are always pretty shit in this thing. These drums up front just were never that good, and the wheel cylinders are leaking from sitting, so I gotta pull the drums off and see what's going on inside there. So this is inside the drum brake. You see it's all pretty crusty. For those of you who've never done drum brakes before, they have this special tool that like gets all the springs off and makes things really easy. I don't own one, and I didn't want to buy one because I'm getting rid of the drum brakes. Then I think I'm going to keep the drum brakes in the rear, whatever. But if we get real close here, you can see how the wheel cylinder is leaking right there, and just yeah, not in great shape. So these are going in the trash. Alright, so we got the drum hole assembly off. If you're looking at it, it looks pretty good. I mean, the boots aren't torn on the ball joints and all that. I think it's going to be pretty easy to do. So this kit I got is from Right Stuff Detailing. The reason why I got this kit is because mainly we have 14-inch wheels. 14-inch wheels don't fit with OEM stock disc brakes. They had 15s. So this kit, it's really nice because you can use the 14-inch wheels, use the 10-inch rotor. It'll work. And the other nice thing is that you can use a stock spindle. So with the stock spindle, it makes the install a whole lot easier, which I like. Well, I gotta say that was pretty damn simple. And man, it came with everything. It came with a new cap, all the hardware, everything I needed. Brake line's in. I mean, everything is brand new over here. Now I just gotta go to the other side and then start working on the master cylinder and booster.
2 hours later.
So I got the right side done. It wasn't just as easy as the first side. That kit's pretty nice. I wanted to get some new wheel cylinders from the back. Just because there's no reason to put front discs on it and not go through these. So pull the rear brakes apart and see what they look like. Well, this pretty much seals the deal that I'm not getting this done today. As you can see, the brake line I had to cut in order to get out. This thing is... I'm glad I replaced it because you can see how greasy and leaking it is on the inside. So this was definitely leaking. So I got to reflare this brake line and put a new end on it. I don't have an end. My flare tool's at my house, so can't do that today. But I'll get the rest of the car done, whatever I can, and start doing the master cylinder and all that stuff. Just make this for tomorrow or next day.
Day 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull the master cylinder and booster off and get that changed out. I still haven't fixed that one brake line back there, but just today, just gonna be quick, get this new master cylinder booster in, get the master cylinder bench bled, and get going with that. So here's the two master cylinders and boosters next to each other. This is the one that came with the kit. This is the original one out of the car. Well, not original, I've replaced it at some point. It's actually not too old, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with this one. However, if you look, this has the brake push rod on it that goes, this attaches to the brake pedal and pushes and actuates the whole thing. that would go onto here. Well, when you look straight down them, this is really long, this is really short. So what we're gonna do is figure out how we can space this one out to match this one. I think the solution is going to be some type of like jam nut that can go onto this, but I gotta figure that out. That's actually the first problem I've run into with this kit the whole time, and can't really complain about it. I could probably just reuse this booster, but look how pretty this one is. Hey, you wanna know what really helps? Looking through all the hardware they give you. Remember how I said I was gonna use some type of jam nut or something? Yeah, it was included with it, and now I don't have to figure it out because it was there the whole time. Good for you, Right Stuff. Thinking ahead, and me not looking at the package. It actually came with a new clevis and pin and all that stuff. New proportioning valve, binge bleeding kit, brake lights, or brake warning switch. Came with everything. This kit has everything. So I got the booster, the proportioning valve in, and let me tell you, I'm tired. It was a lot of work, but it's in, and it looks fantastic. The proportioning valve, I moved from down there to up here because this is where the kit has it at. The kit came with these brake lines, and they worked out really well. So I just need to extend the other hard lines up to here and do that. I had to, it's hard to see here, but I didn't end up using these brackets that came with the kit. I used the old brackets that came off the old booster. Some of the reviews had said that the brackets didn't work good, and they don't. They're junk. But everything else on this kit has been really, really nice. I'm really happy with it. Tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to bend some brake lines. Still got to fix that line in the rear, and then we can get this thing bled and wrapped up. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It's been a few weeks, and this thing has totally kicked my ass for the last couple of days. I didn't even film it because I've been fighting a brake line leak. I've had like 2 lines that I made like twice, and I just could not get them to stop leaking, and it appears now that they have stopped leaking, so now I can bleed the brakes finally and get this thing off the lift, because there's brake fluid all over the lift. It ate up one of the edges of it and all that stuff, the paint, but I can repaint the lift, it's fine. I just need to get this thing done, get the brakes bled, get the brakes bled, and get the converter in it. What I've got is this Motive pressure bleeder and this adapter that goes on to the top of the master cylinder to pressurize the system and fill it with brake fluid. Then I'm going to open the bleed valves individually and get all the air out of it. I've got the master cylinder pressurized with that pump, and I just open a bleeder valve, hook up this little overflow bottle, and let the air all bleed out into that. Well, it's been a fight, but the system for the brakes is done. Got pedal pressure, no leaks anymore, it's bled, it's ready to go. I'm excited to get out there and test how it stops, but it's still early today. I'm gonna go ahead and do the converter too, get all that done, then get the thing off the lift and just drive it around and enjoy it.
Shut up and sit down.
So, I feel like a complete failure right now. I have been messing around with this stupid thing, and I just can't get it to work. The torque converter, this is the one out of it. That's the one I bought. That's the one for Rusty. None of them fit, and it's because of this dip right here. And maybe it's a Pontiac thing. I'm not really a Pontiac guy, so I don't know. But I'll tell you, I'm fucking beat right now, and I'm fucking pissed because I'm gonna put this thing back together with the old converter rack in it. And I don't like this converter. It's from Amco and just like some junk that's not enough stall for this thing, and that's what's giving me problems. But I don't know what else to do right now. I already bought a converter for it, and man, I just feel defeated. So I'm gonna put it all back together the way that it was, and I'm gonna just count this as this last 4 hours as a waste of my life, and I'll put this thing on the fucking ground, and I'm gonna drive it away. That's all I can do. That's all I can fucking do. Well, it's been weeks of this thing kicking my ass, and I am done. So stock converter's back in it. It is what it is. I'm gonna see if I can figure something else out for that. But the brakes work awesome, better than I could ever imagine. This thing, it stops on a dime, and right there when you need it. So since this thing's been kicking my ass, I think it's time for me to kick its ass.